How often have you sat at your computer or stared at your smartphone and wavered on whether to sell some of your grain, especially as the price is dropping? Farm Director Al Pell has more on the psychology of selling in our analysis.
From Brock Associates, we have Jason Moss with us this morning. We were talking a little bit off camera about some of the things that a producer needs to do in order to set up a management plan so that he can take advantage of the prices and not being taken advantage of.
That's right, and in the broader context of the psychology of managing a marketing plan, a key element that's very important for people to do is to try and identify your emotional disposition. Everyone's got one, even market advisors, producers, but everyone has one, and that's simply identifying and acknowledging that what we want to do, what we're capable of, and what we're prone to do diverge pretty significantly when exposed to emotion.
Okay. So you got to figure out what your own emotions are. Can you do that yourself, or you have to have somebody else help you?
It takes a lot of work and discipline, but anyone can do it themselves. For example, some farmers might find it more difficult to sell too much too early and watch the price go higher, but in a way that's somewhat justifying the greed phase of that market psychology. At the same time, one of the hardest things to do in marketing is to sell any market when it's on its way down, because there's a psychological comparison to the high, makes it extremely difficult. But what I'm getting at is if you can identify your emotional vice or your weakest point in managing your marketing plan and actually try and plan on how to avoid it, that's key. And some of the ways you can do that are to get some orders in. Know what your next sale is, I like to say. And that is by price and time. A lot of people have price objectives, but the plan B that has to do with time on, if my price objectives are or are not hit, what am I going to do, is just as important.
Sounds to me like what you said is you make a plan, you write it down, and then you do it when you said you were going to do it.
Indeed.
That's simple. Okay, thank you very much. Jason Moss, our guest here on Ag Day. Back more in a moment.
For a 5-week trial to the Brock Report for only $20, call 1-800-558-3431. See for yourself why thousands of farmers subscribe to the Brock Report.